Hey guys, so we've got to react to this DNC official, Lindy Lee, who just called the Harris campaign a $1 billion disaster. So the DNC had raised about $160 million when Harris took over the campaign. They went with her due to campaign finance laws and her being on the original ticket to retain those funds when pivoting from demented train wreck Biden.
Basically, I'm not on anyone's payroll. I'm not beholden to anyone. That's why I'm here telling the truth. I'm not here to gaslight anybody. This is just the truth.
What is the truth?
The truth is,
You can't handle the truth!
this is just an epic disaster. This is a $1 billion disaster. Actually, it was $1,018 million, I think, right? There were 20 million or $18 million dollars in debt.
Right.
It's incredible, and I raised millions of that. I have friends that I have to be accountable to and to explain what happened. Because I told them it was a margin of error race. I was promised, Jen O'Malley Dillon promised all of us that Harris would win. She even put videos out saying that Harris would win. I believed her. My donors believed her. And so they wrote massive checks. I feel like a lot of us were misled. And even on the night of election night, I looked somebody in the eye and I said, are we going to do this? Are we going to pull it off? She told me yes. And I asked somebody else, like, how are you feeling? He's like, we're going to win Iowa. And I was like, what?
Did they believe this going in? Was there a real sense of false confidence on the side of Kamala Harris? Or did they know they were in store for disaster?
I was wondering about that. I was like, I asked them, are you privy to internal numbers that I am not seeing?
Good question, Aguada.
Because I study this so carefully, and I just wasn't seeing any basis for that level of confidence. And I also want to remind our viewers that, the Trump campaign was touting all of these incredible empirical data weeks before election night. What Harris is touting was the door knocking. She didn't say anything really about early voting. And now I know it's because there was nothing much to say.
Here's a good campaign fund comparison. You've got Kamala, looks like she's got about $1 billion in committee money and nearly another billion, but $650 million from outside money. And then you've got the Trump campaign with $381 million from committee and $711 from outside. Quite a reverse there. A lot more grassroots support for Trump here. Trump mercilessly trolls the Democrats in this post on X. I'm very surprised that the Democrats, who fought a hard and valiant fight in the 2020 presidential election, raising a record amount of money, didn't have lots of monies left over. Now they're being squeezed by vendors and others. Whatever we can do to help them during this difficult period, I would strongly recommend we as a party, and for the sake of desperately needed unity, do. We have a lot of money left over in that our biggest asset in the campaign was earned media, and that doesn't cost very much. Make America great again. Comment from Kragnix. Disaster or massive success? Was the Harris campaign a disaster or a money laundering success? So what do you guys think about the Harris campaign lighting $1 billion on fire? Does the higher proportion of small dollar donations to Trump's campaign suggest that his support base is more widespread and grassroots than that of his opponent? What does the significant grassroots funding for Trump indicate about his voter engagement and popularity compared to the Democrats and Harris? Do you think this was actually a campaign or in the end just a money laundering scheme? If you enjoy this content, leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe.